Don't blink is. Oh,
We have the three components
that's
we
funny.
need to make gunpowder. For
This
real?
is this is what happened when you don't plan. You're offline. Please check. Okay, so they want me to connect, which is no problem. Am I recording? Yes, I am. This is what happened when you're not ready. Don't blink is your boy Ink. Welcome. Don't blink is your boy Ink. Welcome to our show. Because they're doing well, because they're having a wonderful day on this five sorries on this 6th June 2025. Oh, I gotta call my mom. Shit. Okay, let's go. Got a little content to make tonight. Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to our show. Just doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this. Oh, for some reason the tower isn't working. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Okay, so doing well on the 6th June 2025. We have a big day today. Big day. Gonna be making some content. Gonna film some content. It isn't too warm outside. It is still a little bit warm, so we might have issue with the nature core. However, shit happens, and we'll have a good day. I promise you guys we'll have a good day. I feel good about today. I feel good about what's going on. So without further ado, let's get this show on the road, as they say in French. And yeah. Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to the show. Hope you're doing well, because I'm having a wonderful day on this 6th June 2025. We just started to make content, so that's why we're clicking a lot. We have a lot of things to click because we are playing the tower. How are you guys doing today? Doing good? We woke up about 2 hours ago. We started to watch a show called Dr. Stone, which is phenomenal, and that is pretty much it. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it goes well. But it should go well. So that's pretty much it. Holy shit, that's what happened when you. I have to increase my level max. Boom, 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 boom. See how long it is? I'm gonna show you the nature part. You're gonna finish this. See, working hard, but still working. Nah, the phone's gonna have problems. It's gonna be a hard nature one to film for some reason. Good. Okay. Okay. Now, letting go of past fight, not giving time on important thing, focusing on the light. I can catch the strawberry moon. Let's catch it. I can't. It's life. But, okay, perfect. Don't blink. It's your boy Ink. Welcome to Welcome to our show. This is Walkers are having a wonderful day on this holy shit, it's warm. On this 6th June 2025. They were doing a special video. We're doing something kind of special, kind of good. We're doing a little intro. There's a lot of things that's going on today. For example, we're coming back to streaming. So before we even start, I'm gonna do a video about it. I'm gonna do a short about it. But huge shout out to Janice, who helped me out with streaming. I didn't accomplish what I wanted to accomplish, which is multi-stream. However, we are in a position where I can stream again. Today is one of the last day before the event of Fortnite. We'll stream a lot of Fortnite. Water. Apart from that, we have a bunch of things to do. We don't necessarily have videos to film, but I have a lot of recap to do. So because we have a lot of recaps to do, I think I managed to film. That is pretty much it. That's my plan for today. Stream a little bit, hopefully get everything done before I gotta go to sleep, and that is pretty much it. We slept for. I'm nervous about this. I'm nervous about the heat of the phone. We slept for 10 plus hours, which is not normal, but at the same time, we were waking up every single 5 or 6 hours to see if we had to upload. So I did sleep for 10 hours, but we uploaded upwards of 80-90 gigs of content, which is 80-90 gig that I'm gonna need tonight, because tonight we're gonna be busy with Fortnite. So a good for evil. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Don't blink. It's your boy Ink. Welcome to our show. We guys are doing Walkers are having a wonderful day on this 6th June 2025. Today we're doing a little thank you, but also announcement. So the first thing we're gonna do is thank you, Janice or Random Guy 95. Dude, you helped me out so much lately, and I've been doing some videos about this a lot. But I wanted to do a short, just saying thank you, because we tried really hard to do multi-streaming. Sadly, because I'm on a PS4, it doesn't really work. I didn't know that was not possible. You see, the phone is too I thought I was gonna be able to do a nature corner tonight. Guess I'm not, which sucks. But hey, what? Good. I might not be able to film content, guys, because it's so warm outside. It was better than yesterday. It's 24 degrees, but it's very humid. Why was I talking about being generous with me? The phone told me, like, hey, you're low on storage. And I just woke up, so it's not normal. We deleted TikTok. And by deleting TikTok, we had 19 gigs of free storage. So that's about 2 hours of content that I can film, and it should be okay. But now I got 32, which is 2 hours 45. I'm uploading 2 videos that both have about 2 hours left. The 2 hours are going to be 21 gigs and 18 gigs. So super fast calculation. The 21, since we're uploading, takes 42. And the 18 one, since we're uploading, takes 36. Which gives us 78, right? Plus 70, you do 78 plus the 19 that you just got from deleting TikTok. That's 97, right? 97 is more than enough croissant. Because we're distinguished. Like I was saying, you should go to Janice. We really tried hard. It didn't work. That's tough shit. Why is that a good thing? Because in 4 years I never really tried making multi-stream. I never really tried to work on OBS, which is my fault, of course. However, at the same time that I know that I can do it, it's not a question of, oh well, I wish I was double streaming, right? It's the question of, oh well, I can't, and at least now I know, right? At least now I know. Let me get. Oh, announcement. Today we're coming back with Fortnite. Tomorrow is a huge event on Fortnite, so we're gonna be playing today a lot. I think tomorrow we have some bad weather. I think we have some rain. Okay, that's a problem. Because if we have rain, I'd rather play stream, but we don't, which is not a big deal. What else? That's pretty much it. So, announcement, we're restarting to stream. What a weird video to do. Don't make. It's your boy. Welcome to the Welcome to the Show. You guys are doing well on this 5th or 6th June 2025. You're gonna see me eating. I'm sorry I had a really busy day. This is croissant, so delicious. Today we're making a little announcement. Fuck. When you wake up, you're starving, right? The announcements are really good. They're really bad. Lately, I've been having a harder time finding some inspiration for some subject to talk about. I've been having really a lot of problem. So usually what we do is we recap. And when I say usually, that's what we're gonna do. It's what we're gonna do right now. So we're already recapping Kenny vs. Penny. Our Kenny vs. Penny. It's crazy to say, but I'm almost at a quarter of it. I'm more than a quarter of it. I'm at season 1, episode 16, which is 16 episodes, and there's 86 total. 16 times 4 is 64. I'm 1/5 of the way, right? So, we're gonna be adding 2 things. Now, Fullmetal Alchemist, I already told you that I was gonna recap it, but lately, I'm on Reddit, on TikTok, on YouTube a little bit less. We've been getting a lot of edits of Dr. Stone, and I with Dr. Stone is a really cool relationship. I was getting into the manga, so I watched it's complex. It's complex, but it's super simple. So on YouTube there was the complete first season. So I downloaded the first season and I watched the first season. But then the show was so good. It's like I need to see more. Really need to see more. So then what ended up happening is, because we didn't have the I'm just gonna check out. See, it's a bit more than 3 hours. Shit. Well, there's a couple of things I can do. Like, for example, I can turn off the Wi-Fi here. We're dealing with a lot of storage. We're filming a lot lately, and we're filming more than we're uploading. And I like to say that this is a current problem, but no, because on the 9th, which is in 2 days, I got a upgrade on my Wi-Fi plan, so I'm gonna have more upload speed. Because I'm gonna have more upload speed, I'm gonna be able to do whatever I need to do, which is pretty good. Dude, by trading, hell yeah, hell to the yeah, got everything I needed. Perfect. So with Dr. Stone, I was watching the show, and I'm gonna really, to be super honest, Dr. Stone is possibly okay. So when it comes to the recap, I feel like Dr. Stone is way better than anything I could ever do. Because like I said, I watched the first season as an anime. I was reading the manga. So at the manga, we are at the fact that we discovered Medusa. So a bit after, you know, the moment where there are all of those people that are in line to calculate what is the distance, right? It's crazy. I'm there. I'm a couple of episodes after. We got Senku that survive, and the rest they're stones. So that's where I am. So I think I'm like at a more than half, at least more than half of the show done. I saw the whole thing with the father, halfway done. Super simple. So that's pretty much it. It would be a perfect because I know what's up without knowing the ending. Yeah, I think Dr. Stone would be the perfect thing to cover. However, as they say in French, what the fuck do I know? And the reality is, I don't think I know that much. But I'm trying, and that's all I can do. So I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Okay, let's go. Universe. Okay, the chips. It's gonna be easy to do. The water is really warm. Don't blink, it's your buying. Welcome to the shop. Because we're doing well, because I'm having a wonderful day on this 6th June 2025. Today we have a very cool subject to talk about. We have a very cool data to talk about. It's so weird. Before we even start, that could be another video in itself. It's so weird coming in and making videos when you don't have that much inspiration to make other videos. It's limiting yourself. It's so weird. Today we're tasting Lay's Fest. So with Lay's Fest, I did a whole video about it yesterday. Yesterday we tasted ranch. There's 3 flavor. We have the salt, lime, and lemon. And here we have the Lay's Fest barbecue. That's actually super cool. The buffalo was really good yesterday. Really, really good. So I'm looking forward to it. It's limited edition. Lay's don't really do limited edition, to be honest. It's a product of Canada, so I love that. I'm excited to taste it. I'm really excited to taste it. Again, we have the I don't know if I did a cognac. We have the 2 out of the 3, which is crazy cool. You know what's even cooler? Never mind. It's just cool. Puppet sweet lime and sea salt. Lay's puppet sweet lime and sea salt flavored potato chip pop with a mix of desi lime. So this is the flavor of the summer. So not the most original, but the same thing with ranch yesterday. I don't know. Buffalo. I don't know why. I can't talk about ranch. There was no ranch. I don't know why I was talking about ranch. So without further ado, let's freaking go. I'm excited. Oh wow. Okay. Oops. I'm worried because it's really warm today. So the phone will overheat. It's really nice. To be completely honest, it's nice. You know what's crazy? For this was not planned. Right now we're drinking a lemonade. Yeah, Crystal Light lemonade, lemon and lime. Yeah. They smell really similar. There's a large smell. It's so weird because, oh my god, I know what's going on. It's a really weird smell and not pleasant. I feel like something died. But then it smelled like lime, and I live next to a coastal town, so I'm pretty familiar with the sea salt smell. It's a mixture of both. It's not a good mixture, but hey. Buffalo was good yesterday. It wasn't my favorite. It was okay. So this could be better. Oh wow. This is divine. Really, really nice. It's really weird though. In one way, they're delicious. Yeah, they really can be a lime taste. It is almost velvety. It's just like a key lime pie. The lime is very present. The potato chip is nice because usually I complain about a potato chip. It's sort of bland, but since there's sea salt, it's like they seasoned it, so it's really nice. Too warm. Which is okay. It's more than okay. So, a long story short, really nice. I would like more saltiness. I would prefer the other way around. Very sea salty. Some lime. Oh. Really delicious. Really nice. The lime white is also really cool. I feel like I like it, but I feel like this is gonna be very polarizing. Not a good thing. I think a lot of company what they'll do is, and I in the past I was like, oh, this is bullshit. They're coming at a way of that's another idea for a video. They're coming at a way of, we want to do something unique because somebody else would do it, or you go with a safer way that a lot of people will love it and your bag of chips will sell. I feel like they went with something more, a very small amount of people will like it, but the people that do like it, they will like it. With this one, listen, I'm not a fan enough to go and buy it, but if I have a chance to eat again, I'll be like, yeah, sure. It's kind of risky. However, it's a controlled risk. It's a calculated risk because this is a limited edition. So it's not a big deal. So good, surprising, an experience. Very different, very polarizing, very unique. And they kind of get you. Because if I'm being completely honest, am I excited about the taste test? No. However, I do think they were tasting pretty good, and I'm happy that I tasted them. See, I said that multiple times already. I'm gonna say it another time. I don't care. I feel extremely lucky because I get to taste these, right? Which is good. However, it's kind of a collection. It is kind of a collection. So, for example, I'm playing the tower. For example, with the years, let's say I have 200 of bag of chips, right? Knowing that I have a limited edition, it's like collecting cards, it's like collecting anything and everything, you know? It's really fun. It's really fun collecting. And now I just have something else in my collection you'll never see again. You'll never see lime and sea salt. And even if you did, it would be the Lay's Fest. So yeah, pretty cool indeed. Is that a marketing scheme? I don't know. Am I a victim of it? Absolutely. Okay, nice. Now, let's see what the guild has said. Okay, welcome Garo, welcome. Glad sending perk bonus, Labifetti Max. Welcome to the squad. Welcome. I'll be reading the thing for everybody. So this is the guild message. Welcome, all newcomer. Oh fuck. Yeah, okay, I understand. I'm not connected to the Wi-Fi. I need to go on the crown. The crown is the one to go. The crown is connected. The crown is connected because it's uploading videos and I need the Wi-Fi. See, 3 hours, that's good. That's really good actually. Universe. Good. So, we have some new people. We have... Oh, this is tough because I wrote with shield and shield doesn't appear. Okay. Welcome in, oh, newcomer. We're a fun guild. Okay, so good. Okay, so welcome, Garo. Welcome. I'm glad I finally started. Okay, welcome to the squad. Even though I might not be super active in the guild, I love the community around this addictive game. Lol. Oh, dude, that's so sweet. Final question. Shatter MP. Welcome, boys. That was endearing, dude. It was endearing, dude. I don't have that lab yet. Shatter Amp. Mine. Don't drink too much wine, Lapnan, and have fun. Lapnan. Lapnan. I know Smart Missile is main endgame DSP. You already found an active yet. What's up, boys? Also, how do I contribute? Welcome in. Which? Just do the dailies, bro. Just do the dailies, bro. And, if guild chat or partake in the convos, you're more than welcome. Wish seemed nice. Wish says that how do I contribute? Welcome, Wish. All good here, and you? Just supporting doing daily is more than enough. If you have any, yo, there you go. Falcon. Look at Falcon. This is my this is the what should we call it? Falcon is the kind of like the second-hand comment, kind of the Zoro. Just support and do dailies. If you have any questions, just post them here. Someone will help. Which took you long enough to find us. Contributing is by collecting and weekly mission gift box. If you have any doubts, feel free to message in the chat. Sounds good. I'm good to know from you already. As long as thanks at everyone for being so freaking nice. It's lovely in here. Now, one of the guild, sub guildman, I'll be going to French Bloody Riviera for 8 days, so I will of course be less active than I am now, but we'll probably still do. Just letting us know I won't be as active. That's no problem. Even though I'm not being as active. Okay. Now final question, chatter. Welcome, boys. Lapnan. So freaking cool. And made me laugh. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna treat it at Lapnan pour ce qui est de la France. Profite, amuse-toi, croissant, fromage, vin et saucisson sont de super bons produits locaux. Profite des vignobles. Amuse-toi. On s'occupe de tout. So I told him, Laman, for what is from France, enjoy, eat croissant, cheese, and wine and sausage. Dried sausage or super good local product. Enjoy the winery. Have fun. We'll take care of everything. There you go. That's perfect. I'll be happy. Got a super fucking cool guild, bro. The guild is super nice. Okay, let's go. Go fast, bro.
Stomping him out.
Not only is he one, he's also Xander's son. And
Stomping him out.
not only is he one, he's also Xander's son. And yeah, like, I mean, if push comes to shove, you would for sure knock that fool. He's a baby.
Yeah, that's what's up.
If you step to Hawk, then Xander's gonna want to step, which means Wade's gonna want to step. And then, all of a sudden, your entire crew's in shambles.
Yeah. No. Photo shoot's canceled. I'm gonna knock this baby out. We're done. Beef's back on, dude. Beef's back on. This baby's dead. Look at that. You see this?
My best friend.
My best friend.
Yeah.
His best friend. He's known him a year. What about high school, dude? Or what about when he thought Molly was in that DJ in Cancun? I was there. You know how much time I spent with him? But you bet your ass next time I see him, baby dap, I'm knocking that infant to the ground, stomping him out.
Not only is he one, he's also Xander's son. And yeah, like, I mean, if push comes to shove, you would for sure knock that fool. He's a baby.
Yeah, that's what's up.
If you step to Hawk, then Xander's gonna want to step, which means Wade's gonna want to step. And then, all of a sudden, your entire crew's in shambles.
Yeah. No. Photo shoot's canceled. I'm gonna knock this baby out. We're done. Beef's back on, dude.
He's back on.
Beef's back on.
We're back, baby. We're back. Don't blink. It's your boy Ink. This camera always having issue. Okay, so welcome to having a wonderful day on this. You know what? I think an announcement on the 6th June 2025. The announcement goes as follow. We will be changing the way we do things around here. We'll be doing the changes the way. See, I wasn't planning to do this video, but fuck it. So this is only for the recap. If you don't watch the recap, this doesn't appear to be important. Before, be nice. Before, what we would do is we would watch a show, take some notes, just go in. But I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go the way we did Trailer Park Boys, which is watching the show live, watching the scene, and then talking about it. So, for example, I'll give you an example right now. We're on the computer that's right here, right? And we're watching the episode very fastly, and we talk about how we feel about it. Just because taking notes was the best way, but when you take notes, it's always a question of, holy shit, did I take too much notes or not? Also, except if you're watching the show and you're taking notes, you have to stop the show. That's one episode, taking notes. Watch the second episode, take notes. Watch the third episode, take notes. So it's really counterproductive. I'm gonna try a new step. It worked really well with Trailer Park Boys. However, Trailer Park Boys is a show that I watched multiple times. So we'll see how it went with Dr. Stone. We watched both. Today we're reviewing Dr. Stone and we're reviewing Fullmetal Alchemist. We watched the two shows. We're not all the time between each other, so it's not a big deal. So yeah, so without further ado, let's get into it. Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to the show. Hope you're doing well, because I'm having a wonderful day. Today we're starting a new something, and that new something is as simple as a new show. And that new show is none other than, drumroll please, I think I'm gonna do Dr. Stone first, because Dr. Stone is 4 episodes. Today we're doing super simple reviews. Oh, I forgot to take some notes. Give me a quick second. Fuck, I forgot to take some notes. Universe. Universe. Otherwise, I tend to forget. Yeah, so we're starting with Dr. Stone. Today we're doing a super simple review. We're doing Dr. Stone, we're doing Fullmetal Alchemist, and we're doing Kitty vs. Penny. Dr. Stone is super simple. There's 4 episodes versus see, with Dr. Stone, there's a video on why this is so good. I actually love Dr. Stone. It isn't my favorite anime. It isn't my favorite because the problem is with a show like Dr. Stone is I know I started a review with the problem is The problem with Dr. Stone is you're gonna love the show. It's really nice. However, you watch it 2 or 3 times and you're like, you know it by heart. Versus someone called Alchemist, or for example, Naruto. See, to me, that Dr. Stone suffered from the same problem as Bleach, in which I loved. I even got a tattoo of it. And the fact that there's nothing you could plan. For example, we just watched episode number 4, and I knew that the Tatsuki, I don't remember his name, was a dangerous guy, and you can tell that right away. Mr. Senku has his guard up, right? You know why he had his guard up. We know why he had his guard up. So it's not a big. It's not a big spoiler. It's like a thriller. When you watch a trailer one time, you know who the super villain is. It's like, okay, well, I know who he is, right? So you gotta be watching it. You're like, okay, well, these are clues to say that these are the killer. But this time it's boring. So with Dr. Stone, I did a video before. I'll do a recap. We started watching the show on YouTube because it was free. Then I loved the show. I started reading the manga. The manga wasn't finished. I went until discovering what is the green light, and the second shot of the green light, right? So this is pretty much it. You can see we have the computer here, so I'm going to be looking at the computer. I'm going to be looking at the scene, right? And that's how I'm going to do my review. So the very first thing that happened is super cool. We're seeing present moments. It served as a super good introduction to 3 characters. The 3 characters being Senku, his best friend, and the girlfriend of his best friend. Why is that important? Because until episode 4, they're the only character that we care about. There's also the killer we don't care, is the villain. And also, what is really cool here is we're seeing Senku already has a good mastery of science. What did I do here? He already has a very good mastery of science. But it's not like, oh well, this guy got lucky. No, he's a fucking genius. Now, ultimately speaking, is the intro that important? Not really. I could have done without the intro. Like I'm a fucking mangaka. What I would have done is do a Senku wake up, which is 6 months before Taiju, right? 6 months before Taiju, and I would have then, okay, so how was life before? So you're seeing Senku, which is a master of science. You're seeing Taiju want to talk to his love about his love, and that is pretty much it. So we got the green light. Now, the great thing is, I'm going to be honest, we're seeing a couple of seconds. That's all it takes. We're seeing everybody turn to stone, and we're seeing only the animal survive, which I really enjoy. Really enjoy this. Now, the fact that Taiju is the first one to wake up is kind of cool because just like Taiju, we're completely unaware of what's going on. Like, okay, well, there was a green light, so we're unaware but aware. There's a green light, right? There's a green light, and there is a petrification, right? I'm French. I think the manga explains it better. So the first one to wake up is Senju, who's counting, and the second one is Taiju. I feel like the manga was talking about how as long as the brain was staying active, you still were, you're still doing something, because I know that Senju was the first to wake up because he counted, he did mathematic calculation, and Taiju was complete, like, I have to tell her that I love her, right? So Taiju wakes up, he sees the world, he sees the people that is stone. There's a really powerful scene when he wakes up, and that he finds a body that's dead, and he prays for the body, which is really cool. They're drinking water. We're seeing something. We're seeing the first one. So, for example, we're seeing this scene where there's a bird that turned to stone. So this could be the first try of the Medusa beam. Medusa beam is gonna be super important later on. His girlfriend also picked up a bird. That's why they're super similar. The first thing that he does is he goes to see the girl. And he goes to see the girl and like, holy shit, dude, I want to see if she's okay. When she's still here. Now, he's happy because she's in a really good state. They're not broken. So the first thing he does, he's like, since I watched a little bit of the show, again, this is for me, this is perfect. This is so much fun. Because I can give you spoiler without giving you spoiler because I don't have a spoiler myself. So he's finding stone that are broken, and he thinks they're dead. Technically speaking, that's not true. If you can stick the stone back with glue, everything will be okay, right? So he sees her, and he's like, oh, she's not broken. So because she's not broken, there's still a chance. There is a message written next to her because Senju, which is the main character, he is Dr. Stone. He writes, follow the stream, the water stream, I guess. Taiju, you big oaf. Now, technically speaking, right? We don't know if him being called you big oaf. We don't. They didn't do a really good job at explaining like, yo, this is what Taiju would call me. Senju would call me this, and because Senju would call me this, I know this is Senju, right? And it's established that if somebody was to survive, you said that later. You said that if somebody was to survive, it would be you. So he followed the stream and he finds Senju, which is super cool because they're the only two alive, right? Which is super nice. We know that he got revived about 6 months ago, and the craziest thing about Senju, he was like, yo, I need to wake up in spring, not in freaking winter. So it's not explained if he slowed down the process of healing, or he made it faster. I think he slowed it down though. So we have his whole setup, which I gotta say, his setup is nice. It's like a little house. Couple is here. He's surviving on mushroom. Now, what I actually absolutely love here is Senju's a bit of an asshole. Senju's a bit of an asshole, but not too much. So he's a bit of an asshole because he's like, I did revive my best friend. However, I revive you because I need you muscle power. So the classic brain and brawn. So we have the whole thing. Taiju goes in and goes to look for. I think he catch a boar, and I think he catch a lot of mushrooms. So then we have a little scene. Now, I'm gonna be mean. I'm gonna be an asshole here. Please forgive me. The fact that Taiju is so dumb is actually quite nice. So the reason why I fell in love with Dr. Stone in the first place was because Dr. Stone was a really good way of teaching people stuff. So, for example, we learn how to make carbon. We learn how to make nitric acid. We learn what mushrooms are in there. So this is really good because it's also educational. Like, I would have my kids read Dr. Stone. So he picks up some mushrooms. Like, okay, well, this one is poison, this one is not good. But Taiju learns. So it's not like, oh, every single time I have to tell him. It's like, no. I told you once. I taught something to someone, and that's pretty much it. There's also some historical effect to it. So, for example, they find an enemy and they want to create gunpowder. They say, okay, well, we have to speed up the process a lot. So he talks about how the miracle juice, it doesn't work. Now, he does talk about. See, these are scenes that I love. I'm gonna show you. I have to find the entire scene though. There's such a good one. So you see, these are scenes that you really enjoy. So you got a bat and a shit, and you got wine. Right? And they said that with those two, you got a special product. I don't remember what it is. So it's like, that could be it. So of course they make some wine. They taste the wine, which is really cool because it's like, yes, we're aiming to a goal. Dr. Stone is smart the way they wrote it because from the get-go, what did they do? Technically speaking, what did they do? They revive. First of all, they got some mushroom. They made some wine. That's it. So it's not super interesting, but because there's this educational aspect to it, right? We're gonna be this because there's an educational aspect to it. Dr. Stone is really fun. That's what I'm trying to say. So, for example, they do it here, right? And they need brandy. They're going to be using this, right? Now, I know what this is because I was working Romanian and Moldovan, and they had the habits of making, Russian do tsuika, Romanian do rakia. So that's the opposite around. Tsuika and rakia. Rakia is Russian, and tsuika is Romanian. So they would make some wine in the same process. So they have a bronze, right? And they boil it, right? And when it goes into a cloud, it goes into a really small tube where it gets colder and drops, and only the water evaporated, and only the alcohol is left. That's why it's so strong. But that's what they're doing. They messed up, of course, which is really cool. These are the scenes that I fucking love. Give me that in anime more. So you got multiple the spanning of time, right? You're seeing Senku figuring out some stuff, right? And you got Taiju who coming in and saying, "Yo, I need to do a lot of things." Taiju still goes in and goes to see his girlfriend. The end of the first episode is what? The bird is free. So they discover how to heal their friends, which again, super good episode. Episode number 2. Episode number 2 is really nice. We're getting some moments of the past, right? Which is kind of cool. I'm talking about how to get more waters. The miracle water. The problem with that is, it's in a cave of bad guano. This takes time to make, so it's very restricted. So now the first thing that they want to do is they want to cover her. Now this is where it's so fucking funny, because you could have this is so good. This is, to be honest, Dr. Stone is possibly oh fuck. Dr. Stone, I don't wanna say that's it's a really good manga. To me, it's top tier. Why am I not saying one of my favorites? Why am I not able to say it's my favorite? Is because I haven't watched it at all. I tend to wait until it's finished. So, for example, Bleach was one of the first one I read, because this is a fucking good story too. Was because this is one of the best stories I can tell you. One of the best story I can tell you. I know this is not Dr. Stone. Give me a couple seconds. So I'm working at a job. I am finding an application to read manga for free. And then what ends up happening is I want to read Naruto. And at Naruto, I'm at the 4th war. But I'm when they fight Kaguya. So the only thing that's left is him and Sasuke's fighting. And I said, okay, well, I'm not ready to read it. It's not ready. I go into Bleach. It's in the Quincy arc. I'm ready to read it. So I read things like Akame no Kill. Like I read things like Death Note. And then I start reading Bleach and Naruto. Akame no Kill, great. Is it as good as Naruto? No. So Dr. Stone, because we never finished it, from what I know, it's super funny. And one of my favorite scenes is when they fight. Oh my god, this is a spoiler, but I don't care. Is they fight, okay? And they fight, and the guy... Cool song, dude. So they fight, and the guy, in his mind, he's doing so well. But when the other people look at him, he looks like shit because he got beat up. That made me laugh so hard. So he want to save his girlfriend because of the first one, and Senju's kind of cool with it. It's like, yo, I want to invite people. Okay, so it's complex without being complex. Senju's like, yo, right now what we need is people. We really need people. Like we're 2 people. That's enough to remake mankind. There is a kind of like a nonsensical thing. So he goes in and he said, if we want to repopulate civilization, we need Adam and Eve. So he knows that he's gonna be reviving his ex-girlfriend. He's gonna be nice with it, saying, hey, you can revive who you want. I think who you revive was important? No. Because at the end he wants to revive everybody. But now it's a cool thing because Taiju's like, yo, she's naked. I want to honor her body and I want to honor her. So let's not look at her when she's naked. Let's bring her back to the camp and find her some clothes. So this is a plot which is fucking stupid. That you understand, because Taiju's a bit more simple-minded. And this plot is fucking stupid, but it's what should we call it? It's slowing them down. And because it's slowing them down, they get attacked by a lion, and they get surrounded by lions, right? Now it was to be supernatural. Without human control, the predator becomes kind of the king of the jungle. King of the jungle being the lion. So what is really cool is this is episode number 2. In episode number 1, I believe we have the mention of this cool strongest primate. So he's a celebrity. He's super strong, and he ends up being close to the school. Okay, so technically speaking, yes, they want to revive everybody, but in a perfect world, they're reviving people that is close to where they live. And I want to talk about a lot about the second character, the bad guy, because his mentality is good. My mentality is in between the 2. I'll tell you why. So we revive him. The coolest thing is like, yo, what's the situation? You know, what's the situation? Senju tells him like, yo, we need you. And now he's able to kill it. And one of the first things that Senju says, he's like, when he revived people, he said, "I don't want to be." This is so cool. This is so fucking cool. One of the first things that Sanju says is like, "How we don't revive a murderer, right? Because he's afraid." So the way they push it, the way they put it is, well, if we put it a murderer, this is bad. This is morally bad, but that's not the truth. The truth is that Taiju isn't strong. Well, Taiju is strong, but he doesn't fight, and Senku isn't strong. So they understand that if anything, having somebody that's dangerous, they would get killed. You see, reviving people is good, but then you have stones. So like, who do we revive? Are they good people or not good people? You know. So then they revive him, and he's afraid of him, and he sacrificed the whole lion, which is super fucking cool. We have 3 people now. So what's his name? Taiju. What is his name? Tsukasa. Yeah, Tsukasa. Tsukasa, which is a vape pen from Trailer Park Boys. So they're talking now, which is really cool, is we have a purpose for everybody. So Taiju is the brawn, Senku is the brain, Tsukasa is the fighter. The problem is Tsukasa isn't friend with those guys. Like Senju and Taiju, they're friends since we literally learned they've been friends since a very young age. So now it goes in. It's like, okay, well, I'm going to spend time on my own, and he's seeing this world. And what I love here is Tsukasa kind of see this this as a perfect world. You see that the perfect world. There's a really cool sign, right, where he's talking about how the world is now corrupted. We have a chance to make it anew, right? He wants to bring up the young and the healthy. Technically speaking, the young and the healthy would be better because they have more time. So, for example, if you have enough revival fluid every 6 months, and if you revive 2 people that are in a relationship, they have kids, and it's too warm. The phone is too warm. Welcome to the happiest years of my life. Good. Okay. I'm fucking dumb. And we're back. I'm so sorry. The weather is really, really warm. So what ended up happening is that, well, to be completely honest, the phone overheated. So this is part 2 of our Dr. Stone recap. So like I was saying, I feel like there is an order to. I feel like there is an order to revive people. So this is what I wanted to go. So Tsukasa, he wants to revive people that are young and pure-hearted because he said that the old people, he said that they destroy the world with their greed and shit like that, right? Now, I do agree with what he says. Like, this is a new chance. This is a chance for a new opportunity. However, I don't agree with the fact that, like, oh, these people don't deserve to be healed. Because, for example, right? For example, you are a capitalist, right? And you're taxing people and you're asking for money, and money matters to you a lot. It's normal in the sense of the society is capitalistic. So because the society is one way, you being that same way isn't a big deal. I'm just gonna get a hat because now the hairs are bugging me. Hey, fuck it. Instead, we'll get a chair. Because this one is not comfortable at all. It's an old chair. So, can you blame somebody for being a capitalist in a world of capitalism? No, they're just following the nature, right? Just following the nature of what's going on. However, yes, there's bad people, and should you revive them? No. So that's kind of like what I'm. It's tough. Senju, to me, it's a bit flawed. That he's like, yeah, let's revive everybody. He's the smartest man alive, but he's like, yeah, let's revive everybody. I trust people. No, dude. No, dude. That doesn't work like that, you know. So it is a bit stupid. Okay, so next we have the he needs it's so funny because he has the he talks about the next thing that he needs, which is some calcium. I don't remember the name of the calcium, right? But it's a lot of calcium, and he's and if they break it, they can do a lot of things. They can do some soap, which is super important. But more than that, there's another purpose that's more important than just soap. Did he mention that there's 4 used to it, but he only talked about 3 of them. Yeah, he wants to do mortar, which is kind of like cement, soap, and it's kind of cool because Tsukasa's like, yo, I really like what you're doing, Senku. You shouldn't get the good grades. You can tell every single scene that he is in Tsukasa he's kind of like not in the group. The 2, Senku and Taiju, they're always together. He's a bit more on the outside, right? Which is, if anything, kind of shitty because you want him to be part of the whole thing, right? So now you got Taiju who's looking for shells. We learned the reason why he's so against these people. We learned that he's kind of like a killer, and Senju asked him. He asked everybody like, "Are you agreeing with my plan?" And it's like Senju's like, "Nah, I don't agree with you at all. I think you're wrong." Which, ultimately speaking, is kind of important because it is the also the fact that yes, they're different characters. They have a different view. The problem also with Dr. Stone is, for some reason, Senju, the only people that he picks out are all good people. They're all good people. There's this guy called Jin. You can kind of call him morally ambiguous, but apart from that, they're all good people. But he was called, yeah. So now we got episode 3. We got the recap. So now we have the 2 clan, right? And you got Taiju coming in. Now the coolest thing is this happens while Taiji is gone. So it's 2 mentality that goes in. Taiju is more loyal to Senku, so he would be like, yo, I follow Senku whatever he goes. So he's talking about a fight. Tsukasa he asked for the revival fluid in the cave, right? It's because he wants to revive people. Now this is kind of crazy because Senku what he does is he's like, yo, I did on purpose. So it's not true. None he did on purpose. This is a really important scene. He has a valley of people just chilling and talking, and he destroyed them all, which is like a murder. So how it works is Senju comes in and he's like, I don't agree with you. But then he also gives a chance for the miracle fluid. The problem with that is he wants to kind of do like a game, if you will, of who can have the better civilization. If civilization of power versus civilization of strength, which I think is going to be a big part of the story. So then there you go. He explained to Taiju, and Taiju was like, "Yo, I wanna help you out." We had explanation of why people were awake. It's super cool because we heal Taiju's girlfriend with Yuhu's what's her name? Yuzuriha. Oof. I'm gonna remember that. She like, oh, I helped you. Taiju is like, yo, I want to tell you that I love you, but this world is completely fucked up. Now the cool thing is, he comes back to it, right? And he wants to have, he has the potion in his hand. So like, Senju's like, okay, well, we have to choose a camp. So Taiju follow him, and Yuzuhara, she helps him out, which is really, really, really cool. It's nice because Senju calls it murdering, and Tsukasa calls it a culling, right? And it's basically, the culling is basically like, okay, well, I get to choose who survives, which is fucked up, but you know. So now Senju has been making a weapon which is a crossbow, but it didn't work. So then what happened is Tsukasa's like, yo, you guys are not strong enough, right? There's no use to killing you. And there's a part where they're talking about like, if somebody can save the world, is Senju, right? I think Senju see, it's so fucked up. So there's my theory, and my theory is pretty fucked up in itself. I think Senju allows Tsukasa to do that because it's like his work. Tsukasa will have a way of, how can I say this? It's really complex actually. It's really smart. Tsukasa will have a way of helping people out, right? Now the truth is, it takes too much time to make the miracle fluid. It takes a lot of time, and Senju knows that no matter how much he waits, for example, like I was saying before, if it takes 4 months or 3 months to do 1 vial of that miracle fluid, right, or even 1 month, that means you can revive 12 people a year. And Senku, yes, is young, but he's not that young. He's like possibly 16, 17. So he's gonna die before he revives everybody. With Tsukasa being there, if both people are trying to revive people, you know, and then at the same time Tsukasa will be doing the dirty work. So reviving the one he wants, the one he feels are worthy, and sadly killing the one that's not worthy. See, Senju doesn't act in a way of I want to save everybody. He's like, I want to save the world. So you see Tsukasa destroying the stone, and Senju's like, okay, well, I don't care, but you know, so it's kind of cool. So now we have the battles. Senju says, yo, I need to make weapons, right? Because I need to fight him. So we're going to someplace else, which is cool, but at the same time not cool, because they're leaving, so they're kind of running away, which is technically speaking their first defeat. They find a Buddha stone. The Buddha stone is super cool, the Buddha stone, because this is a very important moment. So you got Taiju and you got Yuzu Ira, who are talking about how this is very important. For example, this is so Yuzu Ira's like, okay, well, we're in Japan, there's a Buddha. And Taiju's like, no, he survived, right? He survived because he wanted to be guiding people. And then you got Sanjo who's like, no, he's made of copper. Copper is a really good metal. And copper is good because it is anti-corrosion. So they're gonna be cultivating Buddha, which is really fucking cool. You got these parts, they're just talking about the tracks, which is not perfect. You got Tsukasa, who learned that they left. He doesn't fall for the this is so cool. He doesn't fall for it. So you got two scenes at the same time. You got Senku and you got Tsukasa. And Senku is like, yo, let's make some weapon. It's like, if somebody can oppose me, that's him, right? So he wants to do, lucky for us, he wants to go to see the volcano, because he wants to create, what should we call it? You said it. Gunpowder. Yeah. And that's it. This is where I am. And that's episode number 4. Technically speaking, I wouldn't do so much, because every single season is 24 episodes, right? You got 24 episodes, and there's 4 seasons, which is 96. Versus they show like Fullmetal Alchemist, which is 5 seasons of 13 episodes. 5 seasons of 13 episodes is 65. So Dr. Stone is actually longer than Fullmetal Alchemist. That's it. We're gonna be finishing this video. Then I'm gonna be switching to we're gonna be switching for Fullmetal Alchemist. We got episode number 1. Only got 2 to do, so it's not that bad. Okay, let's go. Okay, perfect. Good. Damn, dude. Don't blink. It's your blink. Welcome to the show. Because doing well, because having a wonderful day on this 6th June 2025. They were doing a small recap of Fullmetal Alchemist. We're gonna be starting our recap. We have 2 episodes to recap. How come many times I say recap, because the recap becomes too often? I don't know. We'll figure it out. So today we're talking about Fullmetal Alchemist. I was looking for a new things to watch. Started watching Dr. Stone, which was really good, and then we started watching Fullmetal Alchemist. Fullmetal Alchemist, by the way, a show that I love, a show that is really well made. A lot of people call it the best anime ever. So I don't know if I agree with that, but still we'll see. So Fullmetal Brotherhood, I have to start right away because today is very hot. We had problem with the phone overheating, so let's not do it again, and let's start not right away, but you know what I mean. I'm excited because I love this show. Fullmetal Alchemist, my story with it is super simple. I've read it once, I've watched it once, that's it. I didn't rewatch it, I didn't reread it. However, I started watching the Fullmetal Alchemist, which is the quote-unquote original one. Didn't like it. Brotherhood is the way to go. Brotherhood is super akin to the manga. So we got episode number 1. By the way, let's do a recap, do a review. What we'll do is we'll look at the computer screen here. I wish I hadn't taken notes, but no. So without further ado, let's go. The first thing you see is the rebel. You learn of Mustang. Mustang coming in as this operating officer. The rebel. No, I'm so sorry. We meet the rebel through a meeting between King Bradley, which is kind of the leader, and Mustang, Colonel or General Mustang, I don't know. Who is in charge of Edward and Alphonse? Edward, the Elric brother, right? Yo, I watched this 2 days ago. This is why I'm a bit rusty. So right away we got the two brothers. They're introduced as these genius. It's super cool because kind of got spoilers in the intro, but it's super nice. We got the rebel who is super strong. We see the classical sphere of Edward. It's super funny because everybody that's in the show, they meet. Okay, so technically speaking, Edward is called the Full Alchemist. There's a really good reason for that. But then they meet Alphonse, which is a suit of armor, which is made from metal, and they think, oh fuck, he's a Full Alchemist. Like, no, I am. Which is endearing, it's sweet, I like it. So then we get the rebel. The rebel is able to control water, so vapor, ice, super smart. In a cool way, those rebels, each being master at a alchemist, it's kind of like their specialty, but you kind of see how far it could go. So I really enjoy that. We got introduction of Hughes. Hughes is a fan favorite. He's a really well-written character. He seemed like a dumbass, but he's actually really smart. He seemed like a character that not really important, but he takes a lot of important decisions. He is, in my opinion, as close. See, the phone is too hot. I cannot film. As close as Mustang as possible. Mustang is one of my favorite characters. I prefer Mustang to Hughes though. So they fight him, and the first fight. See, this is weird because in the pilots, this is a pilot, right? So this doesn't act as an intro, but more so as what the show could be. So they're joking about how we're fighting. You talk about how family is important. They eat this quiche, which is an omelet, right? And it's so fucking nice. Why? Because they go in a way of I miss mom cooking, which is the reason why they're here. It's a big spoiler. I'm not gonna talk about it, but still. So yeah. So we got the rebels talking to. I don't remember who he's talking to. Kimberly, right? So Kimberly is also a really important character. Kimberly, it's a huge spoiler if I tell you. I'm going to tell you right away because it's actually super important. Kimberly was... If he puts music, I cannot film. It's a good song though. Fuck, we don't have a lot to do, so let's just finish it. The weather. I've been outside for 2 hours, guys, and I'm sweating my balls off. So Kimberly is behind the massacre of Ishval. Ishval is a super important part of the. I got some. You put some music. Shit. Good. Ouch. Beautiful. beautiful, man. Much more comfortable. Okay, let's go. So you're behind the Ishval massacre, which is a super important moment. However, there's a lot more than meets the eye, so we won't talk about it. So basically, the rebel talks to Kimberly, and he's like, "Yo, why did you do that?" I don't remember the name of this guy, the rebel, this guy. Which is why I'm not talking about it, right? We got Yug making some. He's working hard. Super nice because the other brother talk about the quiche and how much they miss their mom's cooking, which is also super important. We have the second fight. We got the rebel being back. We meet with Colonel Armstrong. His whole family is badasses, but his whole family is super important. So, and it's kind of funny because he has his expertise into flame, and the other one has his expertise to water. So right away we have sort of a battle. Edward is pretty freaking good because he has a mastery over everything. So we do have the fight versus the rebel and Edward. So Edward and the rebel they're talking, and then it's revealed that they talk about the night of the sacrifice, which we're gonna see, but I can spoil it because it's one episode away. So long story short, well, that's basically the whole of episode 2. So no, never mind. But it's a really important event, which is kind of crazy because it made them stronger. But it's a huge problem. So they're talking about how he just fight. The rebel says things like, "King Bradley, you don't know what he's doing. I'm trying to save the world. I'm the good guy here. I'm actually the good guy." And it's a little bit of a spoiler. The rebel isn't as bad as you think. Yeah. We learn it later on, but he's not as bad as you think. And the fact that he's the first enemy we fight is kind of cool. So now we got the battle between Mustang. It's so fucking funny because with him being the master of water, we think we defeated it, but his body is made of water because of blood. And he can control blood, which is kind of crazy cool. He goes in and he's fighting King Bradley himself. And that is pretty much it. So you got what I love about the first episode is how funny it is, how good it is. It's really good. It's really well put together. There's a couple of really funny moments. We're watching Dr. Stone, so I would kind of go with Dr. Stone as a bit more funny, but this is still really funny. And it's just way of a good show. Also, there's a couple of instances where I really enjoy my time. So, for example, the fact that we fight a guy, we kind of win, but he gets away. As the plan all along. The other plan that we have a party, we have food that reminds us of why we're human. This is good pilot episode. It's about what the show could be. So then we have the ending. We have the Philosopher's Stone. So the brothers are for the Philosopher's Stone. So basically, this is explained into episode number 2. Episode number 2 is actually the intro, the correct intro. So the intro is the rules of alchemy, how it works, what is the give, what is the take. They go on a train, which would be funnier if it was Natsu. If you get it. They're looking for the Philosopher's Stone because basically the Philosopher's Stone would equate a soul. And that's what they need right now, a soul. So super simple. We have their past, we have what happened. So basically, it's kind of complex but kind of simple at the same time. Episode number 2 does a really good job at explaining things in a good fashion and at a good pace. So basically, what happened is the brothers, they have this father who's a genius, who's an alchemy genius, right? This father disappeared, right? So the mom taking care of them. The place where they live is hit by a plague, and the plague takes away their mom, right? And now the two brothers, they have nobody. They're orphans. So they eat what they need to eat. There's the first thing that talks about how Edward drinks milk and he hates milk, which is a joke because everybody tells him, "Oh, if you drank your milk, you would have been taller." So it's a running joke, but it's actually a really funny joke when you learn why. So they're reading from alchemy. They go to school, but they care about alchemy. They become obsessed with alchemy. So happening is he drinks milk and he hates it, but he has curry and he loves it. And curry contains coconut milk, which is milk. It's like if somebody can do something like that, I can do whatever I want. So they're doing a circle to bring back their mom. But right away something goes wrong. They end up in this place. This is the super important place. There's this character. Give me a quick second. So this place is super, super important. This is kind of limbo. So they end up in this and it's like, yo, we'll give you eternal knowledge. You gotta sacrifice things for it, right? So this is a super, 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 super important character. One of the most important character, if not the most important character. So it's like, I'll give you knowledge on alchemy, but you'll have to sacrifice things for it. So for example, he sacrifices his arm, gets knowledge. He sacrifices his leg, he gets knowledge. Now, sadly, Alphonse, as a price, loses his whole body. He loses his whole body. So then, with the knowledge that he has, he's able to encrypt the summoning sigil in the armor, which makes each indispute the soul of Alphonse in the armor. But they pay a big price. So they sacrifice their life to save another. Now, they actually managed to do something. They managed to do a homunculus, which is also super important. Homunculus is possibly one of the most important lore of Fullmetal Alchemist. They're to prove that you can do something incredible, but they're also villains, and to prove that you shouldn't do something terrible. So we have Mustang, and Mustang, he hears about what happened, and he heard about what happened with the two kids that were very talented with alchemy. He saw them in. He sees the body. He gives shit to Edward. Alphonse protect him. Alphonse like, we didn't mean to. I'm so sorry. So they're like, yo, what did you do? Right? You got Wenry. Wenry is also super important. We got the introduction of Wenry. Wenry is their childhood friend, but she's also the love interest of Edward, which is a spoiler. But it's more than that. So Wenry becomes, it's like their go-to. When they talk about the people that they want to protect, she's one of the people that I want to protect. So Fullmetal Alchemist is complicated in the fact that there's a lot of people that they have in the story, but they're all like military people. The universe of Fullmetal Alchemist is very, very military. King Bradley, which is the leader, politically speaking, the lord of the place, is called Mein Führer, which, if you know what it means, you know, it's very, very, very militarian. Wenry is the case of non-militarian. So Wenry is a simple girl. She doesn't have any prowess. And what is really cool is Edward, and this is really important. This is really important when you read between the line. As a plot, as a normal plot, it's super cool because you got Wenry, who's a normal person talking to Hawkeyes. Hawkeyes is easily one of my favorite characters. When people think about waifu, Hawkeyes is waifu for me. Hawkeyes, who's also a simple character. She doesn't have alchemy skills. She doesn't know shit. She has a gun and she serves under Mustang. So Wenry is like that too. But then when you look at it, Mustang was an alchemist, talks to the brother. Hawkeyes talk to Wenry. In the future, the brother become alchemist, and Wenry become a automail specialist, which is super important. So you guys remember how the brothers lost? Well, Edward lost a leg and a arms. Wenry, she makes them an automail armor, which is kind of like a automatic mill. So somewhat of a robotic arm without being super robotic. It's super cool because you got them training. She's training against Elric is training against Alphonse. When he's like, you treat my two men like shit, you treat it like shit, you treat it like shit. Now you got Mustang. Mustang being there is one of the most important scene. So you have a very young Edward who is completely destroyed by the fact that he just created a monster. He just lost his brother's body, and he just lost an arm and a leg. Everybody sees Edward as kind of like, oh my god, poor kid. You know, Mustang is the first one to say, what do you mean poor kid? This kid is full of, you see a fire in him. He's full of ambition. So he comes in and they fight. So what happened is, and this is really fucking cool. At first, when Renri, which is a character that is kind of neutral but more so in the state of things. So for example, she's neutral in the fact that they become alchemists or not, but she's not neutral because she's afraid for him. So she's like, leave him alone. Alchemy took away enough from him, and Mustang is like, yo, I want you to be an alchemist. If you help us, we'll give you access to information that nobody else has. So alchemy information. And Edward think, well, maybe if I can get a book or information, I could fix the issue. So he goes in, and King Bradley is the one to test him. So the cool thing with King with this is because one of the youngest, and everybody doesn't believe in him. So Edward right away he does something incredible. He goes in and creates a transmutation. He creates alchemy without a circle, which is something that you shouldn't be able to do. But again, because Edward has an arm and a leg, he gave it. He has the power to do it. He creates a sphere, which is weapon of choice. The weapon of choice of the sphere is actually super cool because Edward is so small. A sphere could be compensating for the height difference. So then you have King Bradley, which is him, and King Bradley comes in, and this one is important. You see, these are all military, right? They have pistol. They don't have alchemy. They don't have alchemy at all. So this is really, really important. So when they fight, King Bradley has his sword out, right? Which basically means that he's super strong. So then it's funny because the last scene is basically them being accepted as alchemists. And that's pretty much it. State alchemists. And the title Full Metal. If the second name gives him to, okay, so they all have the second name. So for example, Mustang Armstrong. I love this. He becomes the Full Metal Alchemist. I fucking love this. I fucking love this. What a good show. It's so good. So freaking good. Oh yeah. I'm excited to react to this. I'm gonna stop here. This is pretty much done. Let's see what's up. We only do 2 episodes because I only watched 2 episodes. The plan would be to watch 2 episodes of Fullmetal Alchemist per day and 2 episodes of Dr. Stone per day. Sounds good? Sounds great. Okay, good. You. The first thing I'm gonna do is disconnect you. Today is Friday.